Welcome to the France 24 Observers. This week, we're going to take a look at some of the very best stories told by our observers. The images you're about to see are often shaky and shot in poor resolution because they're filmed with mobile phones, but they capture important moments which are narrated by those who lived them. For several months, students in Quebec hit the streets to protest against a rise in university fees. They regularly clashed with police, sometimes quite violently. On May 5th, a young man was severely injured by a police officer. Was it an unfortunate mistake? Our observer William Ray, who filmed the scene, thinks not.
I was filming across the police line and I heard a weapon discharge. As the weapon discharged, I turned my head quickly to my left, and there was a young man standing there, and he was falling as I turned my head to look at him. He was falling to the ground. I stopped the image because what it is right at that part, what you can see is a two-man team from the police. One man has an Arwin gun, which is the weapon that fires the plastic bullets. And the other man is obviously directing him, picking a target for him to fire at. You can see in the image itself, the man has the weapon level from his shoulder, and this is a 6-foot man. So yeah, obviously he's not aiming at the legs or anything else. He was aiming at head height. Certainly at times the protesters will throw rocks at the police. Now, I mean, it's not something I condone, but responding to that with waves and waves of tear gas and plastic bullets, I just don't feel it's very professional on their part. And with the modern technology especially, I mean, pretty much everyone can take videos now, and I think it can make a difference. The provincial police have been forced to admit that they may have hit Mr. Allard because of this video surfacing.
Since March, northern Mali has come under the control of armed separatists and radical Islamists. Residents of the country's capital are hoping the military will soon intervene. But since Mali's army remains weak and disorganized, some have decided to take matters into their own hands and start their own training camp. The goal is to win back the country's north. Our observer Boubacar Al-Kouraichi visited a football field in Bamako where these training sessions take place.
These training sessions take place on a football field near Magambougou in Bamako's commune number 6. Those undergoing training, for the most part, are originally from northern Mali. Their hope is to be able to one day liberate their land. They feel that their land is being soiled. They have heard that the invaders are destroying their holy shrines, raping the women and whipping people who don't obey Sharia law. So they're extremely distressed. This group calls themselves Bouyan Ba Awi, which means better death than dishonor. I met a very interesting woman who greets newcomers to the training sessions. She quit her studies to do this because she believes this is extremely important work. The sessions are led by soldiers. They've come to help train these people who are extremely motivated. Newcomers train separately from those who have already been training for months. They learn self-defense and discipline. I saw them crawling on the ground, running and chanting. It's very similar to what I've seen at regular military training camps, except that I didn't see any weapons. But if you were to give these people weapons the very next day, they'd be out on the battlefield.
The ground underneath the forests of Guinea are brimming with minerals. This, of course, attracts lots of mining companies who extract bauxite and gold. But the incessant back and forth of these companies' trucks is driving the local population crazy. Our observer Caleb Collier tells us why.
In the city of Anzeré-Corée, dust covers everything. It's so bad that on some days, drivers have to switch their lights on to see where they're going. It makes it hard to breathe, too. There's dust everywhere because our roads still haven't been paved. They finally started 4 years ago, but the work's been on hold since General Sukuba Konate took over as transitional leader. And there are more trucks than ever because of the mining companies. They're starting up all over the city because it's a capital of the forest region. The people who suffer are the locals. The mining companies have money, so they build apartment buildings for their workers. Their vehicles are well equipped, so they can deal with the dust. It's just the locals who have a hard time.
That's it for this week. As always, you can find more reports from our observers online, on our website, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and on our iPhone app. See you next time.